Hello and welcome to session 3 of Dreamers of Kiriak. We have everyone but Eric at the moment, although he promises he'll be around at some point. It's been a bit since our last session. Does anybody remember what happened last session?
Okay, that was 2 weeks ago, right? We went back to the orphanage. Things were strange. Things started moving and attacking us. We murdered a piece of wood because it looked at us funny. We found some smoke under Goris's bed, and Goris was convinced that it was all a prank put on by Wrath. So he jumped into a hole he found under his bed that was emitting the smoke, and soon after pulled everyone else through the hole by waking them up in another world. While we were there, we found a coffin, and our first instinct as a party was to bust the coffin open because it's what you do. It appeared empty, and some figures approached us and told us that we released Papa, whoever that is, or father, somebody, some sort of father figure, and explained to us a whole bunch of stuff that made all of our brains explode about how things are not what we thought they were, and this world is a different world and stuff. And then there was a chair that multiple of us sat on, and all died, but Goris somehow died and also didn't die because he's the chosen one, or so he thinks. And then we were back in the world of the living, and had a debate with the inn owner over what should happen with the kids, the orphans that we brought back to town.
Yes. And so not much time has passed since that. It's been, just a few minutes, I suppose. And it's very quickly after you have that conversation with Roy, the innkeeper, who was saying he was gonna take Wrath to court, that a child runs up and says, "Mr. Wrath, you're supposed to come to the meeting house. You and your people are supposed to come, and you're supposed to give me a penny for telling you."
Says who?
My daddy said you would pay me for giving you the message.
Do I know who his daddy is?
Yeah, he's just some dude.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Don't ever say that to a child.
He cuts the wood for you. You buy wood from him. I brought you wood. You pay him. Why aren't you paying me?
Can you make change?
I don't have any money. No.
Get a job. Oh my god.
I don't have any
Freaking
pennies.
kid's always looking for a handout.
He gets scared and runs away.
Unfortunately, I only carry $100 bills.
This is the beginning of me being sued.
You're gonna get sued a lot, I feel.
We need a D&D legal battle combat system.
Oh boy.
Have I been sued a lot already?
You have not been sued a lot already, surprisingly. We'll just make a modded version of Phoenix Wright that I carefully rebuild every time we have a session, just in case.
Perfect.
If he does try to sue me, I'll just have him killed.
That's his tradition.
Yes.
What you should do is kill his dad, so then he's an orphan. Then you get to take care of him. And then you'll say, "Now who's your daddy?" And he'll just have to say, "You, Mr. Wrath." Then you'll lock him in the recreation hall.
That's a great plan. We're gonna do that. Do we actually want to go?
Do we?
I don't know. Do we take orders from woodcutters' children?
It seemed important.
But clearly not. You didn't even give him the penny he asked for.
I asked if you could make change.
I was gonna say your mom seems important, but
His mom's dead.
his mom's dead.
Wait, do you know where my mom is, Wrath?
She's dead.
Oh.
His mom, the kid's mom. I mean, your mom's dead too, I'm sure. But
It says game paused. Is it supposed to still say game?
Sorry, I forgot about that. You may now.
Yeah.
I can't time it.
Let the zoomies commence.
Goras climbs a tree.
It's gotta hit the music better up there. That's part of it. The higher up you are, the better signal you receive. It's just science.
Should we go?
Yes.
Okay. Be prepared to smack around some townspeople.
I am always prepared to smack various things around. The Chosen One cannot afford to not be prepared at all times.
I've probably smacked all of them at some point or another.
Many times. You've smacked adults, and they've not done anything about it. You're seen as old and wise.
Is that this building again?
1 second. It's the big building in the middle to the west.
Okay.
That you may see my cursor waggling around. And I have no idea what Antonin would be saying about
I could
this.
see things through the windows. I love it already.
There's a bailiff out front that I forgot to put there. 1 second.
Make way for the bailiff. Oh God.
He is the infantile townsfolk, apparently.
Why is he upside down?
Is this
reasons?
He looks like toast.
Is this town secretly the backstory for the town where Potato Orphan came from?
It's doing a time travel, are we? He looks at you all sleepily, because it's still like morning. Yeah, let me check what time it is.
Is that his nose or a mouth?
That's his nose.
Okay.
He's got a little hat, he's got eyes, he's got a nose, he's got nothing else. He opens the door for you. He says, any weapons, you gotta check your weapons at the door with me.
Shut up, toast.
No,
Chosen One, barge in there intimidatingly.
It's something I gotta do, and you can't go through there. You gotta give me your weapons.
Excuse me, sir. What do I do if I am a weapon?
I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure I do either. But I have the distinct feeling that it's correct.
If it's a sword or an axe, I gotta take it from you. Other stuff you can take in.
I don't have any of those.
Okay.
I don't have any swords or axes either. Get out of my way.
Antonin holds up his hands, and his blade disappears, and he says, "I have nothing. I don't know why you would think that I would have a sword."
Just a question. Does a really big stick count? I don't have one of those, but I just want to know for clarification.
No. People use those for walking.
Gotcha.
So do you have any weapons visibly on you? What do you do when he says this? George, are you awake?
I think he's back in that dreamland we went to.
It is possible.
He's trying.
Okay, it's just tech problems. Because your house is cursed.
Literally nothing works for him.
Router's haunted.
Router is haunted. And Wrath, did you say something to him about? You told him to get out of the way. Are you carrying your crossbow with you, just casually?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me? I was trying to...
Is Wrath carrying his crossbow casually around with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he planning on giving it up at all, or is he just going to kick the man?
No, he said swords and axes.
That is fair. That's what he said. He looks at the crossbow as though it's within the spirit of the thing, but he says nothing about it. I heard you briefly, but then you cut out again, George.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Thank you.
I had to push talk on and turn it back off again in order for this to work again.
Oh,
I
lovely.
don't know why.
I'm sorry.
I hate Discord. It hates me. I was saying I was just going to Misty step past him into
Okay.
the.
He seems very
courtroom there.
surprised. He doesn't look into the room. He looks around.
I told you he went back to the dream realm that we were in before.
It's always been a strange one.
He steps aside.
Thank you, sir.
He's gonna make a perception real quick. Disadvantage. He does not see you. Inside is a not very large town hall. It's really only the oldest people of the town that are really allowed to make decisions on things. Wrath, you're one of those. You're actually you're the second oldest person in the town after Elder Steppen. It's known, unfortunately, by the rest of the town that when he dies, you're going to be the new elder.
Am I on the board?
That is kind of a frightening thought.
Like, do I have a seat?
They never let you know that they're having meetings. They try to keep it pretty quiet, actually, from you. Technically, you have your choice of all the seats, and you have, your words are considered the wisdom of a grand elder and stuff, but, they really try to make sure that doesn't happen. Today, though, yeah, you sit in the front. They had really no choice but to call you in. There are, of course, lots of carrots and onions if you desire a snack, and
Nice.
a dish of water if you're thirsty, like a shallow dish.
You just stick your face.
What?
Stick your face in, and
You could dip your face in if you really feel like it, and if you feel the need to write a letter, there's a little table for that.
Water from a dish really does hit different.
It really does. And a few minutes later, Roy comes in with the orphans.
I stand uncomfortably close to Roy.
He tries not to notice you. It doesn't work.
This is the same guy that I just threatened a couple of minutes ago.
Yes. Elder Steppen, he has a tiny little gavel. It's not a gavel, it's a little decorative hammer. It came from a bell that somebody brought back from the big city that was proudly used as a bell to ring the hours with for a year, and then it broke, so now they just use it as a gavel. It's fancy, you see. So Elder Steppen does a little tink. Says the town hall is called to order. Roy, you had something you wanted to say. And so he gets up and he waddles his way to the front. I don't know why he's waddling. He's a beefy man. And he says, "Yes, thank you, Elder Steppen." What voice did I have from? "Yes, thank you, Elder Steppen. Gosh, what were they? The pottery people, let's call them that. The pottery people died recently in a monster attack. They were slain by Fearlands, and their children would now become wards of Wrath. But we all know that Wrath is not suited in his current state at his advanced age to take care of children. I think that we need to choose a new orphan master. And in the short term, I am happy to care for the children as long as a small amount of the funding that was being given to Wrath is diverted for this purpose, as I am not a rich man. It is well known the abuses and torments which Worm, dang it, which Wrath has heaped upon the orphans in his care, which have resulted in them running away and dying of exposure in the mountains. This is known by everybody. I do not think I need to explain this much further. This has been a long time coming.
My orphans grow up fine, thank you very much. One of them is the goddamn chosen one.
I don't... What? Wrath?
Gora stands up like he's about to speak, but...
Call a witness. Chosen one, get up there. Tell them how great I am.
Yes, I am the chosen one.
Roy seems very surprised by this. Elder Steppen says, the witness is called?
Yes, I am here. I have been called.
Yes. Goras, you're much bigger than you used to be. I'm surprised you're still alive. It's good to see you again, boy.
Are you sure I'm bigger? Because everything else just looks smaller to me.
He glances at Wrath. This is your witness.
Yeah, well, you haven't asked me any questions yet.
Yeah, okay. Yes, you were raised by Wrath. You used to cry a lot about the things he did to you. I remember this. And well, what do you have to say about the way he treated you now that you are older and more mature?
Wrath is very kind. Just recently, you see, I am the chosen one. This is a known fact, but sometimes I get sometimes I get a little bit insecure about it, you see. And Wrath organized this whole display, this whole prank on us, designed to prove that I was the chosen one. But I saw through it, but it was a meta prank where me seeing through it really improved my confidence even more. It was all this whole big deal. Wrath did this amazing thing. We got brought to another realm. We talked to these strange people. I sat on a throne that proved I was the chosen one. And Wrath did all of that.
Are you mocking me?
No, this is all true.
He leans in close and sniffs your breath. What does your breath smell like?
I was probably nibbling on a carrot at the back of the room earlier.
So fresher than probably most of the people in the town. Well, he doesn't seem to be drunk.
I feel when straight up dirt is fresher than most people.
Roy, did you have any questions for the witness? And Roy seems extremely uncertain. He raises his hands. He says, no. He's saying utter nonsense. I don't know him as you seem to. I do not know him as you seem to, Elder Steppen. But I think this is clear that the people whom Wrath brings up sometimes do not have sound minds when he is done with them. They are poor wretches like this creature.
How could I be the chosen one without a sound mind?
I cannot answer that.
If I can raise up this mentally challenged boy to be the fine, upstanding young man that he has become, I can't be everything that he accuses me of.
Wrath, did you pull a prank on this mentally disabled person?
I raised his confidence, and look at him.
I see.
He's not the downtrodden orphan that he once was.
Do you have any other witnesses, Wrath, or is that it?
Oh, I look to the back of the room. Volunteers welcome.
The townsfolk mutter at each other.
What is Goras on trial for here?
You be quiet.
So you were here this whole time.
Oh yeah, I was.
Okay, one second.
No, because of how I know everything.
Yes, the innkeeper said that he was going to sue Wrath for custody of the orphans. And so they called a town meeting and the party decided to show up. And so Roy is saying that Wrath is a madman who shouldn't have kids. And so Goras was called as the first witness.
Oh.
And Wrath is now looking for a second witness.
So, Antonin, how about you not say much?
At full volume, I will announce. I am sorry, Wrath. I am unable to testify in your favor in any good conscience.
Roy
You
says,
have my apologies.
I would like to call that witness, witness, please. Why am I doing
No, he just said he's unable. Solaire, you want to,
Wait.
No, it is my turn for a witness.
I am perfectly able to testify. Just with...
No, you aren't. You're
Wait,
not.
are there...
Just eat some carrots, damn it.
Yes, you see.
Were there no more questions for me? Do I not need to prove that I'm the chosen one, or do you all just believe me?
I know you're the chosen one.
Okay, very well then.
Thank you for doing your civic duty, son.
Chosen one always does his civic duty.
As you can see, this is a monster hunter in good standing. You can see by these insignia he proudly displays at his throat. Unlike Wrath, who is a monster hunter but has not done his job for many years, who has simply sat like a fat larva sucking the life from the town. This is a man who has been doing work and has come back to his hometown, as I have been told, to look fondly upon where he grew up. And, sir, how did you grow up?
Well, oh, wait, nope, that's the wrong voice. That's Leroy.
Why are you a robot?
Well, sorry, it just comes through sometimes when I start speaking after I've been quiet for a while. Well, I will say that my upbringing was significantly better after I left home and became a hunter of dangerous and murderous monsters with Goras Petro there.
So putting your life on the line every day was better than living with Wrath every day in comfort and receiving proper amounts of food.
Clearly, I prepared him to be the great hunter that he is.
Did you say proper amounts of food and comfort?
Oh, is that not how you were treated?
Well, I have something of a commitment to truth. So I will say that sometimes there was food and levels of comfort.
I see. And
But
what about the
I would
other
not call them
times?
proper. Well, then there were not.
I see. Having much more life experience now as an adult than you did as a child, would you say that this person Wrath is fit to raise children?
I would say that he has raised a good number of children. However, if we were trying to choose parents, there are objects of my work that I would have trusted perhaps more closely with orphans than he.
If I had raised him to be soft and privileged, he would have grown up to be another one of you fat do-nothings that just sit around and have meetings.
If I am not mistaken, my arrival at your orphanage was the result of me being thrown off of a mountain. Do you think that I would have grown up soft and privileged?
If you'd been raised by this idiot, probably.
I have no
see.
further questions, says Roy. You seem to remind Elder Steppen that you are in fact an abomination, and he shuffles uncomfortably away from you. Oops, that was Roy.
You have my apologies, sir.
Yes, thank you, Antonin. It was nice seeing you again.
I leave as politely and with the most manners as I possibly can.
Well, Wrath, do you have anyone else to speak for you?
You'll have to forgive that one. He's never been quite right in the head.
I see.
Still there.
Yes.
Do you want to come up here and tell them how great I am?
He's enjoying the buffet. Leave him alone.
There's a buffet.
Yeah, it's right back here, Antonin.
Plenty of carrots and onions.
Yeah. So as I go up there, I'm going to glare at Roy and whisper as I pass him that he didn't listen.
He seems a little uncomfortable.
Stop crunching the orphans.
I'm imagining strategic crunches to interrupt wherever possible.
Yeah, they project.
Crunching into a trumpet.
Let's see. What can I say about Wrath except that I hate the old bastard, and I wish him dead most of the time. But do you really want to entrust the orphans of this town to a man who waters down his drinks and is so cheap that he barely gives you any bread even when you're a paying customer? What are the orphans going to get if they're not paying him?
All the townsfolk start nodding sympathetically.
Note that part of his argument was lining his own pockets.
Whatever we do with the orphans of the town does not necessarily imply Roy will get them. He looks apologetically at Roy, who looks infuriated at this and a little bit ashamed.
I'm not sure that growing up in a bar is necessarily the best place for children either. Not that growing up with Wrath was the best place for children either, mind you.
You're not helping, boy.
Roy, did you have
You're the one that asked me to speak, old man.
I asked you to speak for me.
Stepan asks
I
Roy,
am speaking for you.
If I win, he loses. Keep that in mind, boy.
Oh, he's going to lose.
Roy stays in his corner instead of approaching as he seems to try to think of a question. He says, the quality of my fair side. You would agree, at least, that Wrath should not, by any means, be taking care of any children.
I didn't hear him say that.
I would agree with that.
No one asked you.
I'm not sure that Wrath has ever taken care of a child.
That is all I have to ask. And I would like to call the children Sue and Tom up to speak, if I may.
Oh, you mean the children who are only alive because I rescued them?
Stepan looks at Roy. He says, "You didn't tell me about that." Wrath, what is this all about?
No, you weren't aware of this.
No, he told me the children were captured by Fairlands and then they were rescued.
He didn't say by whom?
He said it was by the visitors who used to live in the town.
Who do you think that is?
That would be I and Boris Petro and Soler over there.
Yes, the witnesses who have largely spoken against you, Wrath.
Led by me.
Led by you, you say?
Yes.
Yes, let's hear from the children.
I have an obligation to this town to save the children, and I saved the children.
Yes, you do have an obligation. That's what we're discussing.
I'm just going to stand right next to Roy.
Okay. He's kind of, though he is physically larger than you, he is like kind of pressed back against the wall. He is very uncomfortable with this.
Might be peeing himself a little.
Just kind of, idly sit there and fidget with the swords I'm not supposed to have in here that nobody seems to care about.
Nobody cares at all. And other people are wearing, not exactly swords, but like long knives for certain. One guy has a ceremonial mace. You're not really sure why he has it. It must be a family heirloom or something. Can you give me an intimidation roll, please, George?
Can I help with this? I was actually thinking of interjecting here, but
you may give him advantage on his intimidation.
So my plan is to reach out with telepathic speech and start screaming in his mind, "He's crazy! He's crazy! He'll do it! He's crazy!"
Perfect.
Is there any indication that that's coming from you?
I don't think so. I mean, even if it is, it's.
I had Boris Petrov tell you he's crazy.
There's no indication.
Intimidation, you said?
Yes, please, at advantage.
Oops.
He's not as intimidated as he could be. He maybe takes reassurance from the presence of witnesses. He is certainly pressing his back against the wall and trying to avoid eye contact with you, though. He says, children, you tell the court about where you want to live." And Tom says, "Not with Wrath, not with him. He's a scary and a crazy man. You should have seen him in the cave. He looked like a madman. He looked like a zombie. He was kind of laughing as he was running and doing things to the creatures.
He was saving your ass is what he was doing.
They were poor. There were prisoners alongside us, and he just murdered them. I thought he was going to kill us too. I really did. I promise. I swear.
Right, how much should you pay them to tell them this?
And Sue says, I don't really want to live in the inn, though. We don't really know him. Roy seems enraged and deeply offended by this. They won't.
I
say
have an
anything more.
objection.
Yes, Goras.
I, Goris Petro, the Chosen One, was there alongside Wrath during these events, and I do not recall us killing any prisoners.
What is that just a lie then, or is
I
it a
believe that is a lie,
misinterpretation?
yes.
Oh.
Or the kids have gone crazy from their trauma.
Tom seems indignant.
Yeah, kids don't like Trump. Yeah, they're probably crazy.
Boris, we did kill a number of
I-
lookouts.
I know a thing or two about going crazy from trauma.
Not because of the orphanage. Other things.
Yes, of course.
Narrator. It was because of the
Tom passionately tries to convince the townsfolk that Wrath. Stop making characters with the same first letter of their name who have like identically withered faces.
Literally,
Wrath. He's trying to convince him that Wrath did in fact kill prisoners. And
Can I roll against that? Or
yes.
persuasion? Bam. Bam. Can I use magical guidance on that?
Yes.
Yay.
You use psychic resonance to try to force what you're saying sounds like lunacy at first, but you just slam the nails of your argument into the brains of the townsfolk until they look half drunk.
I remind them repeatedly that I am the chosen one, so they should believe me.
They all seem entranced and like physically sick. Elder Steppen shakes his head and says, We'll adjourn and figure this out tomorrow morning. I need breakfast. Unless you have any other witnesses, Worm, Wrath, whatever your name is. You wormy old man.
well,
He says older than you.
I move that the orphans go to their proper home at the orphanage and not spend another night eating bar peanuts.
Yes, until it's decided they will go where they belong, which is with Wrath at the moment. Roy splutters at this, but Steppen just waves the hammer in his direction and then slaps it against the table. Get out of my courtroom, please. It's not a courtroom. It's the meeting house.
Solaire, gather the children.
You're
Saunters
the
out.
orphan master.
And I'm mastering an
work for
orphan.
you.
You're an orphan. Grab the... Oh my god. Take an orphan in each arm.
Roy angrily leaves.
I had wanted to saunter out first, you bastard.
You do saunter out first. Actually, hold on. He was right by a door. He leaves.
Antoinette, I think you just went out a window, you genius.
As is tradition.
I know I did.
It's,
Sometimes doors are trapped,
yes, he does it all the time while we're monster hunting, and to be fair, he steps in traps far less often than I do.
Shocking.
I know, I'm the chosen one. You'd think I would adapt to his strategies by now.
Chorus is just like, hey, look at traps. Boom.
I can survive that. I'm the chosen one. Traps can't stop me.
Orphans, come with us.
They have names. Rat.
They also have titles.
I don't know their names, but they have them.
In the same boat as Chorus here.
I am not an orphan master like you are, so I'm not as good at remembering names. But
I'm sure they'll tell us eventually.
I'm Tom and
They
she's
always
Sue.
do.
Tom and Sue, thank you. I won't remember that. I'm hoping Wrath will because he's the orphan master. I am
better.
not.
Where are we going?
Don't know, we're just following Wrath right now.
Yes, Wrath is the orphan master, and we are all orphans, so we follow Wrath.
We've all sort of
Wrath-
forgotten where.
Wrath-
I think this is the right
You're
way.
walking onto the highway away from the town.
Oh, where's the orphan area?
We're
It's-
taking
it's
the
to the
scenic
north.
route.
I'll drag us in. All right, now to copy and paste some orphans. It's not cloning.
The orphanage is another timeline confirmed.
Ah, the blind captive and the shrieking captive. Perfect.
Oh, my exploration reset.
Oops.
Whoop. Is this the door?
Whoops.
Oh, I closed
You-
it.
yeah.
There we go. Yay. May I just
Huzzah,
run around and
we are
explore the
here.
place again real quick?
Can you run around? Yeah.
Yeah, I just
nothing,
want to.
nothing should be hidden from any of you on this map.
Okay, yeah, I just want to get the map cleared again.
Yeah.
Up. Nope. Go up. Yes. There we
I
go.
went outside before. Maybe I climbed in a window.
Just gonna...
The children seem surprised that this isn't a literal dungeon. They haven't seen the rec room yet.
Hmm.
I can't imagine why they would have any preconceived notions about this place.
You've got herrings, says Tom. Can we eat the herrings?
Go for it.
Wait,
There was
first,
some problem with the herrings, wasn't there?
I would like to check the herrings to make sure they are not moving.
Can you please investigate?
I am very good at investigation.
My queso is your queso.
The herrings do not seem to be standing up.
I am very confident that these herrings are safe to eat.
Also, if Tom
On my honor as the chosen one.
if Tom trips, he's gonna die. He's got 1 HP. Okay. I don't know why they wouldn't be safe.
You never know in the life of a monster hunter.
Does he have 1 HP because he's damaged or 1 HP because he's an orphan?
Because he rolled 1d8 for his health.
Oh,
He is very #damaged, though. He's gonna be the new Joker. You can't stop it. And
No, all you have to do is teach him that forehead tattoos are wrong.
that's just gonna make him want it more. They eat lots of herrings. It's probably an unhealthy amount of herrings.
I've seen orphans survive for weeks on herrings.
You've seen many orphans survive for many weeks on herrings, because you don't like herrings. You may change your mind and decide you like herrings, but there were many weeks where you decided you didn't like them. That may have been before you ever tried them.
I've never tried a herring in my life. They look disgusting, though, so the orphans can have them. They're not dancing or anything.
They're not dancing. Neither the orphans nor the herrings.
We did it, Wrath. We got the orphans to the orphanage, as is their proper place.
And more importantly, Roy didn't get them. And also, they're safe and well cared for. That too.
Yes, that is what I meant.
That was the most important thing.
Well, what do you do now? You're told the dude would make his decision tomorrow morning, but it's like, and at this point, probably 9 in the morning.
Boys, go see if there's any more portals to the abyss upstairs.
You got it. Do I see any smoke?
You see nothing out of the ordinary.
I check my bed.
You find no hole to the abyss underneath it.
All right. Wrath, I am done checking. I did not go in the girls' room because it is the girls' room, but there is nothing under my bed. How did you clean up that mess so quickly?
Questioning me, boy.
I was just curious. It's very impressive.
Well, I'm glad you're properly impressed.
There's a
That's a
knocking at the door.
Who is it?
Goris runs over. I'll get it.
Open the door for strangers, boy. Find out who it is first.
No, he's already open.
Nice.
Yes, hello. Who is it? This is the orphanage.
You see a woman in a woman, a
Hey, woman.
a woman singular in her late 40s, with a disgruntled look on her face. She's dressed in like forest green traveling robes. She says,
Are you an orphan? Come to the orphanage.
Says, "Hi, Goras.
Hello.
No one was here earlier, so I went around looking, but no one was anywhere."
I step back. How do you know my name? And I
She
in a defensive stance.
She gives you a withering look, and then looks around and says, "Yeah, it's about what I expected. Hi, Solaire. Hi, Antonin." Is that boy George?
I mean, it's not Boy George.
And hi, Wrath.
You know this person.
None of you know this person.
Hello.
I see you have more orphans.
Who are you?
Bana? I don't think I look that
Banana?
different. Bana.
Banana.
You have never seen a banana in your life, Anton. You've never even heard of one.
Yeah, I'm just
Banana.
trying to say this name correctly.
Banana, I have no idea who you are.
Wrath. It's me. Wrath, you raised me. Along
Yeah,
with these
you raised a lot of
people.
people.
Along with all the rest of these people. I was an orphan.
Well, you're still an orphan. You does not become a not orphan.
Yes.
You seem to understand the metaphor
Aha.
of orphans.
I was right. You are an orphan.
Yes, Goras.
Orphans die.
I am an orphan, Goras, yes.
I knew it. My orphan senses were tingling.
Great, another orphan has come.
Oh my word, what is wrong with all of you? It's 9 a.m. You can't all be drunk already. I mean, Wrath, I expect that
I mean,
I never drink. It dulls the music.
Goras had several carrots at the courthouse.
I did have several carrots.
What were you doing at the courthouse? Is that why you couldn't find anybody?
Upholding justice, as is the nature of the chosen one.
What's...
Oh, that's what he was doing.
Wrath, you sent me a letter saying we were having a big reunion get-together here. And I get here and the inn's locked and nobody's anywhere and... What exactly is going on?
He did no such thing.
This person looks around in disbelief at Solaire and Anton and Goras and says, "Then what are all of you doing here? I haven't seen any of you in decades."
Well, whose fault is that?
We grew up and had lives. It's... I don't know. I'm eating some fish. Really hope you're treating these ones better than you treated us, Wrath. At least I'm feeding them.
Wrath, is this another trick? Is this another prank to make her feel better? You
I don't-
actually know her.
No, she's a woman. I never know what the hell they're talking about.
Oh, I see.
She can go check the girls' room for holes to be a dude.
That's a good idea.
I'm pretty sure it's a woman.
Excuse me,
Banana.
Bana.
Yes. Bana, you
Could
know
you-
my name. You...
Bana, yes, I do know your name. You just told me it. Yeah, excuse me, Bana. See, I am not allowed in the girls' room upstairs, but we were checking the orphanage to make sure it was safe. Could you please just make sure there's no portals to the abyss or anything strange like that?
She whips aside a portion of her cloak and draws a sword and says, "What's going on upstairs?"
Well, that's what I'm asking you to go check on. There's nothing in the boys' room, but...
Oh. You're pranking me, Goras. This sounds like you're pranking me.
I'm
What
not
did you
pranking
do to the room?
It was Wrath's prank.
She comes back down in a minute, looking puzzled and angry, and says, "There was nothing there. Whatever you did, I didn't find it."
Wrath, I thought this was a prank for them. Why did you not set things up in the girls' room?
Banana, you're a goddamn superhero. Thanks for checking that for us.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go stay at the inn. Bye.
It is probably wise.
I,
Although I will say the proprietor there
What?
is not so ethical either.
Okay.
Just in case. I mean,
Oh, we're
it's
great. You'll love
here.
it.
And by ethical, you mean he's gonna pretend that he doesn't know who I am, and he's gonna tell me, "Oh, go look in the girls' room. There's this portal to the abyss in there."
No, I asked you to check if there
No,
wasn't a
More
portal there.
ethical than that.
But to be clear, we did just rescue these orphans from his custody.
You kidnapped children, Wrath.
No, this was a court case.
Oh, we rescued them from spider snails, and then we rescued them again from Roy.
Yeah, I'm
You
leaving.
probably have a better time.
I will have no part in this, whatever's going on. Bye. I'll be at the end if you need
goodbye,
me. If you want to stop pretending you don't know who I am.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Remember, you've probably gotten a different haircut or something.
Swear to God, that wasn't a woman.
Well, she went in the girls' room, so she has to be a woman.
That's not how that works.
I'm pretty sure that is how it works.
Okay.
Just saying.
The
Maybe your
children-
name is not for no reason.
The children watched all this in silence. Sue's whispering something to Tom. He nods. They both continue eating fish.
Probably agree that it's great here.
Is everything okay for you too?
Yes.
Is that a lie?
Why would we be lying?
Eric, you are super quiet, and I have you turned up all the way.
Let's just crank that
There we
gain
go.
right up then. There was a lot of dog barking in the background before. Well, you would probably lie because you're intimidated by Wrath and don't want him to, for instance, hurt you or beat you.
What?
Not that he would do that.
Oh.
If you're not worried about that, don't be worried about that. I just wanted to double check.
If you're threatening us by...
No, not threatening you, just more of a warning about how he behaves sometimes. Don't worry.
Okay.
I have not eaten a child in years.
We're not lying, though.
Oh, good, good. Not lying is good.
Yes.
I don't lie very often either.
Okay.
Just remember what the sign says, and he points to a sign on the wall that says, "Children who lie get the box."
I can't read.
He's
I can't
threatening
read.
to abuse you if you lie.
Don't worry, I can't read either. It's really not all that's cracked up to be.
Damn it, did I forget to teach you people to read?
Do you know how to read, Wrath? Did you just commission the sign and say, this is what I wanted to say?
Maybe. No, I can't have another illiterate character. It's too inconvenient.
He believes it says children who lie will get the box.
Actually,
It doesn't
correction.
say that.
I can read sometimes, but it takes a lot of effort. It's really not worth it.
Okay.
I wouldn't bother if I were you.
Okay.
Just look, I am an accomplished monster hunter without learning how to read.
Okay.
Are you trying to encourage them?
Yes, Goris like flexes a bit, but his muscles are completely covered by the cloak he's wearing, and so he's just striking a pose.
You don't have...
They're tiny.
You don't
You have
to
also
look-
become the chosen one without being able to read.
I have always been the chosen one. It was just proven recently.
Every time you say I'm the chosen one, can you just dab?
Hmm.
Well, what do you do now?
That may become a reflex eventually.
no. 3 sessions from now when we have to ask who's the real Goras, that's how we'll figure it out.
Yes.
Would the real Goras Petro please stand up?
One of
I
them will
rarely
stand
sit
up
down.
and say, "I'm the chosen one." The other one will say, "I'm the chosen one," and dab, and we'll know who to shoot.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
All these other Goras Petros are just imitating.
Yes, it's called the Chosen One, not the Chosen Many. It's silly.
Something chosen once.
Can you still see now that Wrath took the light away?
What?
There's
That's
a,
big.
it's
Oh, there is light here. Okay.
it is yeah. It's the
I
middle
just
of the
saw
day
the-
at the moment.
That's fair. I just saw Wrath and the light move out of the room, so I was like, wait a minute. Huh.
It's so hard to remember when it's dark out.
Yes, I know. They're so similar to me.
Would look normal or wait? Did we kill the piece of wood?
Yep, the piece of wood is sitting on the table looking normal.
Remember if we destroyed the normal piece of wood?
I can't remember. Let's say you did. I'll scribble it out.
Okay. I just wanna
We
make-
definitely, yeah, we froze it and smashed it.
I just want to make sure there wasn't anything looking at me in here.
What are you doing in there?
We probably don't want to know.
True. No one wants to see that.
I don't know. I managed to get some orphans away from somebody who wanted to claim them. My day's pretty accomplished.
Ooh, orphans.
Yes.
Do you want to play a game?
No.
We could pass the time with dice. I carry
Okay.
dice on me at all times.
Oh yes, dice. We played dice with Daddy.
I am very good at dice because I am the chosen one, so luck always chooses me. Are you sure you still want to continue?
Yes, teach them gambling.
I could do that.
I've got lucky dice. They're back at home though. I don't have them.
Oh, I see. That is unfortunate.
Can we go back home and get our things? We have
That
some
might be a
things.
good idea.
Yes, we should probably do that with you.
Wrath, we should take them to get their things.
We should. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I want to play against this young boy's lucky dice. It'll be an impressive challenge, I'm sure.
Chosen one can't lose.
But what if I play against lucky dice? I've never played against that before.
I don't know. Are you
Maybe the
more
dice are
chosen
chosen.
than
I
Come
must
on.
see this.
So
Come,
there,
Joker.
are you going with them?
Sure. Well, why not? It beats standing here in this
The haunted hellhole.
place of bad memories.
Old and recent.
Yes.
Oh yeah, let me do one of these.
Oh, right.
Because we
This place.
left north.
Has no one come to clean up the bodies yet?
Nope, nobody has cleaned up the bodies. I'm going
Perhaps
to go do
we-
that.
Yes, perhaps we should not let the orphans in until that is taken care of.
Alright, I'm not copying and pasting the orphans onto this layer, but they're here.
You can shove them out this window. That'd be fine.
So, it takes about an hour for you to get back here.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So prestidigitation. I assume it has limits.
Okay, well,
Like
what
how
limits do you
much
want to
it
push?
can clean. Well, I'd rather there weren't any.
Can we go full viscera cleanup detail with prestidigitation?
But yeah, like Winston Wolfe, can I do that?
It takes a few minutes for each dose of prestidigitation to.
Yeah, it's going
No,
to
it takes 6 seconds to cast it.
it's going to take you the amount of effort of like swiping a sponge over a surface. It's going to be like you're in a Billy Mays commercial, essentially.
Billy Mays, let's see. He doesn't saw boats. Is he at the
Billy Mays
is,
here.
is he squeegees?
Here was
Is
another
that it?
fantastic.
Oh my
game
god.
show.
Or is wait, no.
Are you
He's
seriously?
not OxyClean, is he?
Are you asking the questions I think you're asking?
You are so culturally deprived, boy.
Okay, game over. He goes to YouTube.
But
Wait,
Wait a minute.
I
There
have
you go.
different culture.
this is the culture you need.
I'm gonna refill my water. You can fill him in on who Billy Mays is.
What the hell different culture are you in? You live on the moon.
I get the impression that maybe he has promoted a couple of cleaning products in the past.
Oh my god.
So Antonin's also not aware that you're going to love Vince's nuts.
I love Vincent's nuts. Alright. You go educate yourself in the amount of time it takes Taylor to get a drink. And I'm
I
gonna
just educated myself. That's as much education as I need. How many Shostakovich symphonies can you name?
What?
Different culture.
What the hell is a COVID symphony?
You know, I know
That's-
you're joking, but they exist
This is why
too.
it's COVID.
No, that's
Steph, it's
literally what I
COVID number 9.
Oh, I thought it was COVID number 19.
No, that's a different symphony.
Oh.
I said Shostakovich.
Oh. I heard some sort of sound and then COVID.
It's a kind of soda, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Here, I'll find you some COVID music.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll listen to music. You watch a biography on Billy Mays.
So it's canon.
A biography? No.
Biography.
It's
I
canon.
already sent him all the culture he needs right there
Lovely.
in chat.
Yeah.
I hope
I
somebody
got
was
culture.
Djibouti Dubs.
No, it was just like every Billy Mays commercial layered on top of
Yeah.
one.
Beautiful.
Hi, Billy Mays here from.
So that's the sound prestidigitation makes. And Billy Mays,
Perfect.
some variation of the spelling of Billy Mays, was the creator of prestidigitation in this world. It's canon now.
Love it.
So
Poor Vince.
Video ever.
Vince got the shutout. The ShamWow just didn't cut it.
no.
Oh,
ShamWow
ShamWow, that's the name of the product I was thinking of when I said squeegee.
The ShamWow is a one-time use consumable item that has prestidigitation in it. So why use that when you can just have a wizard?
Oh, I love it.
I'd like to see a ShamWow be the material component for prestidigitation, no matter what you're doing with it. Oh my god,
It's just a scroll of prestidigitation that's just heavily branded. Like that's all. It
yeah.
is. It comes in like a fancy plastic package. And
Disintegrates
Yeah.
when you ring it out.
Yeah. All it says is, on the inside, is just give him the old razzle dazzle.
anyways,
So back to the soul-crushing horror.
right.
When you get into this, yeah, I'm just gonna douse that light. It's really not going anymore.
Blink.
Yeah, in this cabin, the corpses are missing. And there are
Oh.
familiar-looking eggs in the corners of the room.
Oh,
no.
let's just burn the place down.
I do have some oil.
I let the
Perhaps
kid
we
get
should-
mistakes
This
first.
is a reasonable choice. So,
It's always
Should
reasonable
we
choice.
let the kids get their stuff before we burn everything?
Check it for eggs
yes, that's
first.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, the eggs are like the size of
Specifically-
golf balls, so it's not like they're gonna be just hiding, like, in the folds of clothing.
Do we need to hunt down more spiders?
Are there trails?
Well, this is a kind of creature that leaves almost no trail, unfortunately. So, you know,
What, the
if-
I
spider?
didn't ask
Yeah, the
if
spiders.
these creatures leave trails. I asked, are there trails?
That is a very good question. You want to give me some survival, please?
I thought you said they left snail
My
trails.
glasses just broke. I can't even read my computer screen. Hold
They
up, give me
sort
a
of
second.
leave snail trails, but the snail trails are very hard to track. They're not like just a gigantic snail trail.
thought
I
we
have no
followed-
idea what I just rolled, but
You
I hope
rolled
it
a
was
16.
survival.
And it was
All right,
survival.
so when you know
And-
your character sheet well enough, by order.
You find blood smeared around the outside of one of the windows that was left open. A window that is considerably smaller than the big Firlins that you fought previously. That is all that you find in terms of a trail.
Well, there seems to be some kind of trail here, but not of Firlin. At least not the same size.
You
The
have,
eggs hatch.
you interestingly have found no scavengers, signs of them around or inside the building, despite windows, being open and there being corpses inside the building.
Strange, I've not found any signs of scavengers, despite there being windows open and corpses out in the open.
But to be fair, they're not there now.
Well, to be fair, they're not there now.
Thank you.
Your sword turns into a sack.
What?
His sword, his magical sword, turns into a magical sack.
I forgot to get things.
Perhaps this is the sign that I should help the kids carry whatever they need. Or maybe one of you. I don't know.
The eggs.
Or the eggs.
I am already carrying so much oil, it would be hard for me to carry anything else.
Well, we're gonna need it in a minute.
We will need your help. Oh, children,
Yes?
you may come in and gather your belongings now. Sorry, we were afraid that perhaps your parents were still here and that it traumatized you, but their bodies are gone.
Good job.
Okay.
Add a little more trauma.
I'm sorry, was that insensitive?
Tom comes in, Sue stays outside. Tom looks horrified at his surroundings. He's gonna make a constitution saving... no. Wisdom saving throw, yes.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Not trauma.
just think of your lucky dice. We need to find them.
Not traumatizing orphans isn't as easy as you thought it was, is it?
I'm not abusing them actively.
Not yet.
He steals his nerves and begins gathering trinkets and small things. All a little doll with a pottery head. Within about 10 minutes, he's gathered everything that he wants, and he says, that's all.
Your parents didn't have any sentimental jars of money anywhere, did they?
No.
That is the correct answer, even if they did. Now, you're going to need to inform your final memories of this place, because we are going to burn it. It has been infested.
Maybe you should have told me that before I rustled through things. What's it infested with?
Well, do you see those eggs in the corner?
Yes.
They are the same creatures that captured you. They're just not alive yet.
I just thought those were mushrooms.
They are not.
Okay. Then he looks around, and he turns around and scurries out. He comes back and says, yeah, one second, one moment. And he walks over to the bed, and he rips apart the mattress, and he does in fact pull out a sack of money.
And the rat that belongs to him.
He glares at, I was gonna say worm, glares at Wrath and carries it away.
And that traumatizing moment is all Antonin.
What was traumatic about that?
No, nothing. You handled that perfectly. Good job. A+ orphaning.
I don't know, that sounded pretty good to me, too. Yeah, I'm not really sure what was wrong with that.
The chosen one.
Anyway, Goris, do you want to start spreading oil around the place?
Yes, of course. Well, wait, has the young girl taken her things yet?
Sue pokes her head and looks around and then leaves again.
Nothing here for you?
No.
Okay.
And Tom says, I got all her things.
Oh, that was probably that cute little doll.
Yes, that wasn't mine. I'm a boy, I don't play with dolls.
Why did your whole house only have one small bed?
Because we're not rich.
Well, my house has like 50 beds. It's kind of a step up, isn't it?
Yes, but...
It's your lucky day.
I don't like beds, I like the floor.
How many beds does the bar have, huh?
Roy said we could have the guest house. There are beds in there, he said. He said we could have the whole place to ourselves.
Yeah, he says a lot. You don't have any friends, you're orphans.
Oi! I've got friends.
Not...
You yelled at one of my friends earlier. You wouldn't give him money.
You yelled at a bunch of old men. What the hell are you talking about?
I tried to give him money, but he couldn't make change.
No, because he doesn't have any money. He's a boy. He doesn't have a
Well, then
job.
how am I supposed to give him money, then, if he can't make change?
Well, with any luck, you will grow up to be a chosen one and not a filthy beggar.
But I'm the chosen one.
I said a chosen one.
But it's in the name. It's chosen one.
Well, you're not more than one, are you?
That's a good point. Yes. True.
Now burn this place down. Let's get out of here.
Yes, sir. And I'll spend a few flasks of oil here, just kind of one in each corner, and then I'll use one final one to just drizzle it in a line so that all 4 pools of oil are connected, and then once everyone is out.
So you're gonna make like a magic circle of oil?
Kinda, but it's more like 4 pools, one in each corner, and then a cross in the middle to connect them.
Okay.
But yes, I will with the remaining oil, make a circle in the middle.
Okay.
It's like supernatural.
Nothing wrong could possibly come of this.
And then I will firebolt the middle.
All right.
Come over here, orphans. You'll get the best view.
Don't want to look at it.
Pew.
It's okay, you don't have to look at it.
Pew.
It catches ablaze.
Pew. All right, and I'll get rid of 5 flasks.
It doesn't take long for the house in the middle of the forest to catch on fire. And the flames rise up to the glorious heavens.
Maybe get out of the doorway, chosen one.
Well, we should probably move Drytender away from this house. Maybe should have done that first.
Members begin to drift away from the burning house.
It will be fine. It's better than the alternative. Anyway, so we should be going before this place really catches fire.
And where are you guys headed to now?
Down.
Are you returning to the town?
That's what I'll do.
All right.
We're not going
Seems
to
like a
deposit the
logical place to go.
orphanarium.
What's that?
We're not going to go deposit the orphans back at the orphanarium.
No, we'll probably take them to town for dinner, and we feed them there, and then we take them back to the orphan place and
I fed them a bunch of herring.
we
That was a lot of herring. I'm very thirsty, says Tom.
he's thirsty.
Yes, I'm very thirsty. It was very salty. They're like all salt. I think I know why people boil them now.
Well, we can go see Roy. His strongest drinks are only fit for children.
Do we have to?
It really is have to.
No, you can die of thirst if you want.
Don't you have water?
Plus, I have water.
But don't people who do monster hunting carry food and water around with them?
We're not monster hunting right now.
Monster hunting for real.
I think the word you're looking for is anymore. I'm a tired boy.
Never.
I hunted a few monsters, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I raised a bunch of goddamn monsters. Let's go.
Here is some water, and I
Thank
hand my
you.
water skin.
He drinks like a third of it.
Dang.
Sue
Thing weighs
drinks.
5 pounds.
Yes, it does. Sue drinks a whole bunch and then gives it back to you. Your water now tastes like fish.
I had water, I just didn't want to give it to them.
I assumed.
Yes.
You're returning to town. You returneth.
But look, they're visible again. You can't trust
I think
them.
we can get to watch them traumatized.
It is about noon by this point. It is... yes, lunchtime, I suppose. Townspeople are... a lot of them are gathered around the inn. 1 second, let me do one of these. And one of them, the sedate townsfolk, is pounding on the door sedatedly. Hey, come on, Roy, open up. It's time for lunch. We're all hungry. We've been working all day. And there's just absolutely nothing coming from inside.
bang on
This
his
is
window.
strange.
Wrath rises his head slowly up to the window, where Roy is deliberately standing and chopping onions. And you pound on the window, and he flinches. He begins to turn to look, but then turns back and continues making his own food. There's nobody inside.
Can I casually Misty step inside?
Absolutely.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
It's done casually.
Anywhere in this region that I can see, yeah.
He lets out a high-pitched
Hello.
shriek and frantically fumbles for a crossbow from underneath his bar.
Don't worry, it's only me, Antonin.
Just get out of my bar. We are not open.
Think that it's time for lunchtime. There are something like 8 or 10 patrons outside, and then
Well,
also
too bad.
the
We are not
6
open.
of us.
Not
Why
open.
are you not open?
No, if I am not respected by my town, I will not deal with this town any longer.
Oh no, you are respected by your town. You do not think that Wrath is going to get these orphans to stay with him forever, do you?
I want to Misty Step in there, too.
You have Misty Step?
I think we all do.
Almost everybody does. I think there's one character who
Oh,
doesn't.
Oh, this
Goras
poor
may-
guy.
Just Goras.
he was not chosen by the Misty Step gods.
Can anybody take him with them?
No, that's not how Misty Step works.
I believe Solaire could if he.
It does at a certain level.
Solaire could.
Yeah,
if
but
he...
Solaire's already Misty stepped,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah,
Solaire's just gonna.
Yeah, Ladrin stuff does that.
Yeah.
Solaire's just gonna open the lock.
I was
Can
I'm just going to come open the door from the inside.
It is locked, so you can't just open from the inside. But Solaire can try to lockpick it. It's not a complex lock at all.
Anyway, so, we are respecting you, except with the notable exception of Wrath.
Solaire, your
Damn.
your lockpick breaks. You can pretty
Oh my
easily
God.
repair it on a short rest, but you can't use it anymore until then. It's a cheap piece of crap. Nothing to do with your own ability.
Wrath, open the damn window.
Gets out.
Can I open the window?
You can open the window, yes.
Okay, open the window.
No, get out of my establishment. Everybody needs a holiday, and this is Roy's holiday. Get out! No! Back you!
Where
else
else are we supposed to have lunch?
Do not crawl like old man into window. Be
I opened the window for the townspeople. Come on in, guys.
The townspeople begin crawling in through the windows like in a zombie movie.
Roy says it's 2 for 1.
I did not
No,
say
he
any of that.
did not say that.
That's what I heard.
Several
Are you
people,
going back on your word, Roy?
most people do not crawl in through the window because they have a shred of dignity and self-respect. But these people, they are hungry people. They've been working hard all day. They are going to get themselves some gosh darn lunch. And so they line up, and Roy sighs and angrily begins making plates of food and watering down his beer.
I come back to the orphans and I say, "It appears that Roy is malding a bit over the court ruling."
Oh, he's a bit of a poor sport, isn't he? I kind of got that idea. He seems to think he owes our family something, and I don't know.
It's very, very strange. I tried to offer him money to take care of you properly, but if you won't take it, then we can take better care of you with our funds. So
Okay.
It is too. I'm not
I
here.
slide out through a window.
What? They stay outside.
Oh, you can come in. It's totally fine.
The window's about
Everyone else.
like higher than their heads.
Oh, here. I'll come back out. And... Here, who wants to go first? Who else?
You get them through.
Yeah. Lift them up one by one, just in. Yes, there we go.
Roy, if you want plates of lunch, he charges you 2 copper pieces for each. That includes just bread, a few slices of onion, and barley beer. It's like
Can you
barley
make
beer, but
change?
different. Yes, I can make change.
I would like to buy lunch for myself and the orphans.
Okay. he will make you change.
That was 2 copper each, you said?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You could probably charge more to adventurers, and we would still pay.
I'm charging you what I am charging you. Just please take.
I understand that. Do not want to malign your food. I'm just letting you know that. I mean, in other establishments, we often pay multiple silver or more for such a meal.
Do you really pay multiple silver for a piece of bread and a slice of onion?
Well, a meal.
Inflation. Yes, thank you for business advice.
Not financial advice. Of course.
Yes.
I'm not qualified. I'm not a fiduciary.
I
None
don't
of these
know what
things.
that means.
Neither do I, but I know not to say it.
Okay.
So where are you going?
Where am I going?
Where are you going?
That's none of your business.
And how much is lunch?
2 copper pieces, Wrath, as I tell you almost every day. It does not change.
I'll pay him 2 silver. Make sure you go nice and far.
He gives you change aggressively.
I pay 2 copper.
I attempt to entertain the kids by eating my food with telekinesis.
Can you please give me a performance roll?
Please fail, please fail.
Please fail, right?
There is no spoon because you need none, and you just eat your food.
Perfect.
They are in awe. Roy seems to become in a better mood as townsfolk go in and out, and he gets back into like a normal state of bustling back and forth and doing the work of being a bartender. A couple hours pass, fairly jovially, I suppose.
Or it shows up, he suplexes him.
Yep. Finally, Bayana shows up. She misty steps, you assume, on account of the mist, into the room.
That's the only thing I teach orphans.
It's how
I am feeling a little left out.
It's how they have to get down from trees, because you're certainly not going to climb up and get them down. The alternative's to just jump down and you heal them afterward.
Hey, look, it's Banana George.
She goes up and she gets a plate of food. Dang it. Then she sits down. And she eats. And she looks at Wrath. She says, "So, you remember who I am yet?"
Hey, you're Banana George. You were just at the orphanarium.
I am neither of those things. And you know that very well.
Okay.
So what's going on? Like, I expect this from you. You're a senile, old, horrible person. And
I will argue with one of those things.
I am fairly certain
Is it
that
old?
No.
that you've convinced everyone else to just pretend I don't exist, and I don't know why, but it's definitely the kind of thing you would do. But it can't be still funny though. Like, you didn't just call us all from across the country because you thought it would be funny to have everyone pretend like you don't know who I am. So what is it? Did I do something decades ago that you're still mad about that I just don't know about? Or what is this? Like, why are you wasting my time?
That does sound like something I would do.
Yeah, because you've done stuff like it many times before.
Maybe I did. Just go back to
Do we know this woman and you're just lying to us? I step across
She
the
flips you
table.
off.
I know her. She introduced herself earlier. She's Banna.
It is true.
That is who I am. It has been.
But like before today.
Yeah. We grew up together. You'd think you'd remember me. I mean,
Is she
you do.
telling the truth?
Can you make me insight, please?
Yes, assuming my character sheet will open, which it will. Pretty hard to read, I guess.
She is making, kind of exaggerated displays of indignation. Not necessarily that she's clearly lying to you, but like she's not stony faced. She's not really giving any tells of of deception, I suppose.
Can I also roll insight?
Everybody can roll insight if they wish.
I think
The old insight train.
I think Goris is too stupid too.
That's fair.
Of course, it's like, what do you mean by insight?
Wrath, this person certainly thinks that they're an orphan. So you... Either this person is really trying to scam you all and is just a master con woman, or she thinks she knows you guys. And considering that she, knew your guys' names, and she keeps referencing stuff that she claims from the past, to do with that what you will.
Look, Mr. Banana.
I'm a woman and not a banana. Have you ever had bananas?
Banana,
They're really tasty.
Fofana.
Yeah, okay, sure.
They grow in the south. Have
there's
you ever
a lot of
Pirates' Wrath? I have.
There's a lot of orphans. Are you sure that you're my orphan? Like, you could have been someone else's orphans. All these stupid towns look the same.
I grew up with Goras and Antonin and Salir many years ago under your orphan mastership. You treated us like dirt. You treated us like it was a burden to get money for doing almost nothing to take care of us.
Well, it was.
And eventually, the four of us decided that we were going to make something of our lives and we were going to save people as unfortunate as us, and so we parted ways, and well, that was the last of I've heard all of you until I got this note from Wrath 8 months ago. And she pulls a note out from her traveling pack and slaps it down onto the table. Wrath, can you read and write?
Yes.
Okay. This is in your handwriting. It says, "Dearest Abana, I hope the years have found you well. The boys are planning a get-together at such and such a time back home. Please come and join us all as we celebrate the years we've spent apart and the years we spent together. I am deeply sorry for the unfortunate ways that I treated you in your youth, and I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Sincerely, Wrath."
Now,
There's no way Wrath wrote that.
yeah, be honest with me, Banana. Is that something I would say?
Well, I assumed you were up to something.
And also, I had no idea these assholes were going to show up.
He did say someone surprised when we came to that door.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought I'd gotten rid of you people.
It is
Once you raise
so
an orphan,
weird.
you're usually done with them.
Okay. Well, normally you'd probably be happy to see us or asking after
Except as Wrath.
lives.
Have I ever acted happy to see any of you?
No. Well, acted, probably.
When payday came.
Except you, Goras. You're the chosen one.
Yes, that is me, Goris Petro, the chosen one.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. See, you...
What?
I talked with Elder, and he was saying you're doing some kind of a joke on Goras and telling him he's the chosen one, so that he'll support you in your bid for those children.
Excuse me, Banna.
Yes, Goras.
Do you doubt that I'm the chosen one?
Why would I have any reason to doubt that, Goras?
It just sounded like you did a second ago.
No,
Yeah, it didn't sound too...
Is it true or is it not true that Wrath is telling you that you're the chosen one and that he is giving you support in,
Yes.
a way that will make you tell people that he's supporting you?
Yes, Wrath knows I'm the chosen one and treats me accordingly.
Okay.
Don't burden his brain with critical thinking.
I know, it's a losing battle, I'm sorry. She pats you on the head, Goras.
I never lose. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
Well, we are sorry we don't recognize you immediately, but you do seem to share a background with us. Are you seeking to join us?
I don't know. I came because I got the letter. I didn't know what to expect.
What sane person would receive a letter from Wrath and think, oh yes, I should probably go and indulge him?
Well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? It's some enemy of mine that set up an ambush and I have to fight my way back out of my hometown.
It could actually be Wrath.
That does sound a lot worse.
Well, yes. Yes. I hadn't really thought that was actual possibility. Yeah. Well, it's incredibly disheartening to see that the people with whom I spent the majority of my formative years don't remember that I exist, so I'm gonna get very drunk now.
If we're being fair, first of all, that's not going to happen here.
Yeah, you can't get drunk on despair.
Second of all, it has been something like 50 years.
Yeah, but you don't even remember that I existed.
Well, I don't remember anybody.
I remember all of you.
Well, that sounds like a you problem. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm gonna try to stop that right now. Bartender, if you have
Wise.
any kind of strong cleaning solution back there that could potentially make me lose my consciousness, I would like to buy it from you. And they have a conversation about it, which does not result well for either of them.
Clean out the window.
You can
I
jump
used
up
to know how to put people to sleep, but it's been a while. I apologize.
Of course, not understanding the context.
Somebody bring the orphans when you're done. I'm going back to the orphans.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hold on. I point at the girl and say, Tom and Sue.
Yeah, that's both of us collectively, yes.
Yes, God, I knew I would remember. And I lift Sue, who is Tom, through the window, and then Tom, who is Sue.
Accidentally peeked in this guy's window.
You hear a scream from inside. It's because he saw you. That's all.
Did I raise him?
And what are you guys doing now?
I'm going back to the orphanage.
All right.
Who's
I know there's a road around
Yeah.
here that goes
Yeah, it's to the north,
to the up.
to the up. Are the rest of you going also?
Sure, why not?
or yeah.
All right. The orphans wander over to the
Left
herrings
the
again
door.
for some reason.
Travel montage later, and we're here.
Yes.
Where do I keep the records?
In your room, you have a little desk here.
Going to look through records of past orphans and see if I can find Banana George.
All right, you do indeed find Banana George. Along with
From
the
that
records,
same-
along with the records for the other same batch of orphans, which is everybody else here. They're very ordinary records.
Any names of other orphans that I can't remember?
There are none.
Bring the records out to show them.
Sue, brandish your lucky dice. It is time for us to duel.
Oh God.
I'm Tom, but okay.
No, that one is Tom.
Oh yes, Tom. Right.
I'm a boy. Tom's a boy's name. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I'm really
I
bad with
think
names.
It's
Sorry.
a foreign name. I'm sorry. They're hard to keep straight. I know for some people.
I think Sue is also a boy's name. There is a tale about it.
Hey,
I've heard the bards tell of it.
okay. If you would like to play dice with Tom, can you please make me a dice roll? Are you proficiency
sure.
with dice? Are you
I am-
proficiency with a dice? Yes.
I am proficiency with dice, yes.
Okay. Please give me a dexterity roll if you're trying to just deftly roll them, or if you're trying to cheat, then you can
Chosen one
do
never
that.
does
You can do that at advantage.
Electron.
Dexterity roll with proficiency.
You can also just yeet them and do a straight d20 if you'd prefer.
Hiya.
Yeah.
Wait. Can I use my magical guidance on that?
Yes.
Yay! By the power of the
One would
chosen
never
one.
cheat.
Nope. But he is very lucky because he
Yes.
was chosen. This is just as planned.
Fate creates a very underwhelming game, and you just barely scrape ahead in the bare minimum number of points to win.
Wow, your dice really are lucky. I don't think I've ever come that close to losing before, Tom.
You turned it around in the middle of the air. How'd you do? It's the same way that you ate your food without touching it. You used magic.
Yes,
You cheated.
the powers of the chosen one are quite mysterious.
It's not the powers of the chosen one. You used magic. You cheated. Why play dice?
Usually
You're
it
going
works
to cheat.
in mysterious ways.
You
Tom.
gambled against somebody who can lose magic. I hope this was a lesson for you, boy.
He looks very ashamed of himself. like he should have expected this result.
You should be proud of yourself, boy. You almost made me lose. It was very close. Your dice are very lucky indeed.
But, Sue, you want to play dice? Will you parry?
You can borrow my set if you wish.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mine are special.
yeah, that's fair.
Boris, you should teach Sue how to do that.
Perhaps. Are you a chosen one as well, Sue? Do you have potential?
I can't do that like you do it.
She's an orphan. She has no potential.
I too am an orphan. What does that say about me?
Figure it out.
Hello, fellow potential.
See, I'm having trouble with that. That's why I'm asking.
See, the chosen one would have that figured out.
I have a long way to go on this journey that fate has set before me.
You'll get there, boy. I believe in you.
Nothing else interesting happens for the rest of the day. Will you do anything else?
No, you already said nothing else
Nothing
interesting
else
happens.
interesting happens
No matter what
to
we do.
you for the rest of the day.
It's not interesting, but
I
I'd like
do
to try and
Waste
teach.
my time.
Yeah, I do something that's really uninteresting. So
Lovely.
I attempt to teach Sue to play dice like a chosen one.
Okay, so she's going to make an intelligence saving throw.
Saving throw?
You hear the music, Sue.
She gets a migraine trying to waken her psionic powers.
I'm sorry, maybe it's a bit too much too early, but
She falls
someday you'll hear.
unconscious as she hits 0 HP.
oh
Oh,
God,
Oh,
Wrath, help!
what did you do?
I tried to teach her how to hear the music that I always listen to. that-
Blood pressure's a little high right now from all that fish.
he's a child.
Child's gonna have a heart attack.
Are you
Tom, would you like to learn? I just completely ignoring this.
Turn to the
Move
side.
on to the next
This
one.
one doesn't work.
No, he
Stop.
doesn't even try.
Oh,
He's trying to keep his sister from dying.
That's foolish.
You
She's
saved the
either gonna
child.
die or not.
The child survives.
Yeah. Wait, something interesting happened. Oh no, it's a time paradox.
She goes to
Now,
bed.
don't say I never do anything for orphans, Antonin.
I never said you did nothing. I said that there are monsters that I have hunted and killed that would make better parents than you. And it was true.
Yeah, probably.
we have killed quite a
Oh,
number of
come on,
families
yeah.
of monsters, haven't we, Antonin?
We have, and they all had children. Most of them had children.
Yes, all of the
If they were
families had
families.
children. I think that's how families work, right?
You orphaned hundreds
Not
of
really.
monster spiders for like 5 minutes.
I'm not an expert on orthography of monsters.
That's
More
fair.
just finding them and killing them.
So you
Perhaps
just
this is a whole. We should learn.
filled the world with more orphans.
You
Like
could
tickets,
call
like
him the Orphan Maker.
good.
Is that a
The
new
orphans-
The Boys character? He's a hero.
He really is.
Will
Keeps
you...
all the orphanages afloat.
It's good for the economy.
Yeah, he's a hero in the corporate sense only.
Yes. Private
God.
orphanages are the next step up from private prisons.
Oh,
An Illuminati / mafia that is the ground up from orphanages.
Is that this campaign now?
Hmm.
Do you do anything else today?
Well, I start hatching a plan to bring the orphanage back into profit by killing a bunch of parents.
Are these plans that you've thought up before? Or are you just developing them now?
I'm just, sketching out some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
From time to time.
This is going to be a good one.
If any of them see my face, they'll be mildly horrified.
I imagine you taught yourself how to write and don't use the same alphabet as everyone else. Or you just have really bad handwriting.
When I make plans, I just draw pictures.
Would you like some crayon?
I have some already, thank you, though.
What flavor are they?
Yes, I have painter's supplies, even fancier.
Oh, lovely. Will you do anything else today?
Don't believe so.
Of course, we'll just listen to music for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Just soak it in.
Listen to the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lo-fi vibes to Misty Step 2.
Show the
I
orphans.
don't need that.
No, I would show the orphans the boys' room and the girls' room and tell them to inform me if they see any voids, portals to the abyss.
They will do so.
Yes, be very careful of anything that has eyes.
Alright. Then the day passes.
Right?
And night cometh.
The Nightman cometh?
He do, though.
Something
Yay,
troll
man.
troll?
That's next session.
Fighter of the night, man.
So, Wrath has his luxurious bedroom.
With my 11-foot wide bed.
Yep, you like to flop down in the middle of it. Like diagonally.
Pretty great.
I don't know about the rest of y'all's.
I mean, Gore still considers himself an orphan, so he'd go up to the boys' room
Okay.
That poor girl's gonna be
Probably
completely by
mine is
herself.
one of the,
and completely wordlessly just go over to his bed, not even acknowledging Tom, and just lay down and go to sleep. Just like, this is normal. This is where he sleeps. Like,
yeah. It's been 60 years, but
It's really not like you have any choices.
yeah.
Like Wrath isn't sharing his bed. Like, you could sleep in the rec room, I guess, but it's like dirt on the ground.
I don't remember which bed is mine.
I don't think any of you maybe do, except for Gores.
If Wrath gets up and finds orphans out of bed, there's gonna be a beating. They know
We
it.
welcome it.
Right. Yes. Did I just accidentally put a light down for no reason?
I think so. I was wondering what was flickering.
I just accidentally a war.
Someone just stepped on a small dog.
Wait, those were ours? I mean, who could have gotten past the car?
So, Solir, do you actually sleep or do you just meditate?
I'm just going to lay there in the bed wondering why the hell I've come back here.
Okay.
That's going to be my meditation.
Alright. An indeterminable amount of time later.
ooh, indeterminable.
Oh, so probably not 8 hours.
Not
Unless we
8
just have
hours.
concussions.
Ooh.
But more than 1 hour.
We're at the shore TM.
So Solir is not here. Where is... There's somebody missing, isn't there?
Oh, it's another one.
I
It's
see
pranked.
Solaire. I don't see Wrath.
Okay, yeah. Solir, yeah, let me just look at Solir real quick.
Yeah, Wrath is the one missing from my view here. Goodbye, Solaire.
Oh yeah, because I murdered Wrath, that's right. Because he
Oh
sat
yeah,
on the
that's
throne.
good question. Did we get enough for a short rest in there?
You have a short rest, yeah.
Okay.
You can do that real quick.
I will do so.
Mm.
Short rest. Blam. And
Gotta
I
love
will-
warlocks.
I'll consume my blood will vials extra sorcery points for the day
All right.
to cap myself back out.
So you wake up in the thing that the people called the lighthouse, and let's see. You see a thing that does not, in fact, look like the letter A. It looks like a big gelatinous glob of black jelly from which is protruding lots of mechanical arms that end in hypodermic needles. And it's squatting over
normal
the...
things.
What's that?
So normal things.
Normal things, yes. It's kind of squatting as much as something can squat while hovering in the air over the shredded carcasses of the three things who were talking to you before. It turns and it has kind of a telescope poking out of the middle of it. And it looks at the three of you, and it says in a perfectly normal and civilized voice, "You stand accused of murder of a loving mother and her delightful and obedient children. How do you plead?"
We need more details.
You do not plead guilty.
We plead not guilty. Yes,
Correct.
I am never guilty of anything.
Then you will die with cloudy consciences.
Wait, who did we kill that you're upset with?
The
We don't kill people.
The thing splits into pieces. Blobs
Oh,
of jelly,
no.
each with several of the needles poking out from them.
Am I supposed to be able to see just myself? Because that's all I can see.
It is very dark here, so,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't see that.
You hear the voice coming. It sounds like someone is like talking into a barrel. It's kind of hollow and echoey.
Okay.
All right, and I have no fancy D&D combat music. I'm sorry.
Aw.
It is the haphazard Avenger's turn, and it's going to just drift itself up to Goras. And I did not give them vision, but they have vision. That's going to be really annoying. And it is going to try to poison spray. Okay, yeah, I'm going to fix their vision real quick.
While you do that, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Do you not see messages pop up in Discord?
What's that?
Alright, so here's the plan. I'm gonna cast Spirit Shroud and then go down in one round. How do you guys think about that one?
Perfect.
Alright. Alternately, I could Armor of Agathis, or I could...
Messages for what? People just rolled initiative.
In Discord. The Discord should be bringing up messages at the bottom of the screen.
No, Discord has brought up no messages on the bottom of the screen. I have to go over here and look for them.
Alright. So that's them.
Okay, but I get up and get a drink before.
What?
Oh,
Get ahead and get up and get me a drink before.
there's an ossified Avenger.
I feel like I still need stuff. Crippled.
Yeah, he's not crippled. He's just dizzy.
So, Goras, I need you to make me a con saving throw.
How did we all roll lower than 9?
Constitution
The
saving
game
throw.
did not like you today.
Bam.
Right, you make
Kinda
it,
like
and the poison spray just kind of whiffs around you, and he's going to try to needle probe you.
Oh,
Oh, a normal thing.
Will 18 hit?
yes.
That's a 9 piercing.
Ouch.
That's his turn.
Oh, but there's not an injection afterward, boys. We're winning this one.
Wrath, he's gonna try to poison spray you.
Say his
Can you make
chorus
me a con
is-
throw, please?
he- Down a third of his health already.
Yeah, but like it didn't have an injection for 80 poison damage afterward. Listen, let's be optimists here.
I see.
Good lord.
Actually, I did it the opposite way. Never mind. They're only supposed to do the poison spray if they hit you with a needle, so...
See, you were fine the whole time. The DM was cheating.
Yes, I was. Does a 15 hit Wrath?
No.
Okay. You are wearing all of your equipment in this world, despite probably not having worn it going into it.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
So ignore the poison spray. The Ossified Avenger
It's ossified.
is going to attack Iantonen.
Alright.
Gilton.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay.
Also, my AC is still listed as 13,
Yeah, I'm
and I know
sorry.
it shouldn't be that, but
Yeah, mine was.
I'll go look it up again.
It worked fine
Either
when
way.
I made NPCs earlier. I don't know what's going on with the peoples. And the Troublesome Avenger is going to attack you, Wrath.
That's Iron Man.
Does a 22 hit? I hope a 22 hits, Wrath.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was somebody else.
It's going to deal 9 piercing
Yeah,
damage.
you were listening for Worm, weren't you?
I thought he had gone to the next person.
And then it tries to squirt poison into your body.
Oh no.
Can you please make me a DC 15 con throw, Wrath? You fail. You take 11 poison damage on a d12. Good grief.
So how much is all that total?
20. And did I just skip your turn? The Soar Avenger back here is the one that still has the telescope sticking out of it, and it just stays back and hovers. At the very beginning, so yeah, it'll have to be at the end. Antonin, your turn.
Alright. I will bonus action cast Spirit Shroud.
All right.
Pop. Which will deal radiant damage in this case.
Okay.
So there will be some animation that goes along with that, but
Okay.
I've had too much thinking today already. But yes, radiant damage,
Bright
and I
skulls
will
trailing some kind of a translucent white haze behind them, something like that.
yeah, something like that. Actually, snow. There, it's going to be a little
awesome.
snowstorm appearing around me. Yeah, yeah.
The spirit of the north wind appears at your beckoning, despite it not existing in this world.
Yeah, he has a beard too. Just
Yeah.
like shows up and he's like, heck, what are you blobs doing? And all the Avengers within 10 feet of me, I'm going to have their feet slowed by 10.
Oh, they
their
don't have any feet.
Their amount of moving.
Yes.
And then I'm going to, I don't know, is my weapon still a sack? I'm going to swing at
It's a sword now.
Oh, I love swords. Inventory. Packed weapon. Oh, I can just press 1. I will make an attack.
You
With a
hit.
14 hit? Alright. Damage. Is it a longsword?
It is a longsword.
Excellent. Normal. Oh, wait, not normal. Plus a d8 of damage. D8 radiant damage. 2 radiant damage as well.
All right.
Boom. Oh, and I'm level 5. This game is so fun.
Okay.
Another attack.
You squish out half of its mass at once. You hit.
Oh, alright. Damage. Plus a d8. 1. Nope, not 12d8. I wish it was 12d8.
my.
Can it be
Please
12d8?
no.
Darn.
You have to multiclass into paladin for that. All
Yeah,
right.
you're right. Well, these are low numbers,
And
but
you
they're
just-
working out.
You just rip it to shreds.
Shring shring.
I even thought I was guilty. Anyway, that's my turn.
Wrath, your turn.
So I can't see anything.
Yeah, you hear meat depulping, and you felt a piercing pain in your chest as you were stabbed and then injected. You cannot see.
It's light up your shield
Okay.
so that I can see.
Is that an action?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything that you will do with your bonus action?
Yeah, once I can see.
Yeah, 1 second. Is that 30-60 or 20-40?
That's a good question. 10, 20.
10-20?
10, 20, yes. 20-foot radius, and then dim for an additional 20.
Okay, so that's 20-40.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know the proper words. Oh. There's a bunch of a-holes.
Yes.
A.
Upsettingly accurate.
They should have had advantage against you, but that's okay.
8.
8.
Mate. Great.
I would like to summon a spiritual weapon.
Alright. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Have I done this before? Did we determine that already?
I don't remember.
But if we hadn't, I'd kind of like it to look like a bunch of paddles.
A bunch of
I was
what?
about to suggest paddles.
Paddles. Yes,
Yes,
that's what we did. Okay.
Holes drilled in
For
them.
now, it's going to be a captive. Where would you like it to be?
I'm sorry, forgive me, I'm not familiar with this.
You can, yeah.
It's a weapon. Right here.
Okay.
There you go.
The paddle sits there menacingly. 11 will not hit.
Bummer. Just kind of swings in the air menacingly.
Yes. Funny captive is a good name for it. It describes most of your wards. Do you do anything else?
No.
Goras, your turn.
I will quicken haste as a bonus action and cast it on Antonin, and then as an action, I will disengage and as far as I can go in given direction. I have 30 feet of movement.
All right.
I'll
This
put
is
myself-
Is there a
hole in
sound
the
you make on the
ground
way?
here, so you'll have to leap
Oh,
over
that's
that.
fair. Okay, hold on. I guess he would just run off into the corner then, even though
Okay.
it's not full speed away. So like there.
Oh, hey, Taylor.
Yes.
Does my Misty Step come back after a short rest or a long rest?
You are a cleric, comes back on a long rest.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know which condition is concentrating. It's gonna be this one. All right, but I'm concentrating on haste on Antonin, and that's my turn.
All right. So Lear, you suddenly wake up. Something's wrong. And you see.
Okay.
You see. Good. That is squeaky, isn't it?
Hey,
You see.
Not my fault this
Shadow.
time either.
You see snakes with long legs, decrepit human faces, and no other features. They are just kind of standing over the other people in the room, except for Tom.
okay.
Their faces are
Do
very
they-
close to the faces of your companions. Looks like they're like breathing in their breath.
And do the other people seem to be in any sort of distress at all?
They look like they're sleeping peacefully.
I suppose for the moment I'm just going to watch them.
All right.
If they seem to do anything hostile, then I will take action against them. But if they're just standing there in this weird ass house, I think I'm just going to observe them for a moment and see what they're doing.
Hold an action against them or anything?
Maybe they're Wrath's pets. He just didn't bother telling you about them. Just don't mind the dog. He doesn't.
No, I'm just going to kind of lay there in bed and keep an eye on things.
You're a hero.
Haphazard. He is going to. Whoops. He is going to attack Antonin.
So I found my AC. It's actually 17.
Okay, so
I mean, it's 22 is the number that my AC is.
You got +2 from haste, but I don't know if that
Oh,
helps.
nice. That'll
So it's
that'll
24 actually.
That will still hit. So that's 12 piercing.
Oof.
Right. Ooh, that's
And
a lot of damage.
He's gonna try to poison spray you. Can you please make me a con throw?
I mean, I don't want to.
Well, you could fail if you want. You pass.
Yay! Good, because I have 9 hit points
He
left.
does puncture along though.
Ooh.
The Floating Avenger. These are all spin-offs of the Toxic Avenger. The Floating Avenger is going to try to murder Wrath.
No, don't murder Wrath.
Well,
Attempted murder.
Murder.
18 hits.
My AC is 18, so yes.
Okay. 9 Dungeon Master Guides. Can you make me a con throw, please?
Ooh.
You tank it. The Sore Avenger just kind of floats there. He tells you to stop resisting. This will be over soon. The Troublesome Avenger is going to attack you, Wrath. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
It's 14 piercing.
Oh. Wrath down.
You're not gonna like this then.
Oh.
You failed the con throw and take 1 death saving throw.
Perfect. I will find that button eventually.
Okay.
Time to become the blender you're always meant to be, Antonin.
Antonin, your turn.
All right.
Nice.
I will.
Wrath
No, you
dies.
Wait, don't you take 1 failure when you? I guess I might be
I
confused.
think
Oh, yeah,
you
so-
normally take 2 when you roll a 1.
Yeah,
But
Wrath
why
wasn't
is he
supposed to
rolling?
now. It's not his turn. So
Right.
he took 1 failure automatically.
Oh, I thought you meant I had to roll.
No, but we are going to use that, unfortunately.
Why
you
in the
rolled
world?
Rip.
Dude rolled it.
It is Antonin's turn, though.
All right. Well, I will watch Wrath expire on the ground or expiring on the ground,
Yep.
and cast Armor of Agathis at 3rd level.
Okay.
These are not related things. So that'll give me 15 temp HP,
Okay.
and spike anything that hits me for 15 damage.
Lovely.
And then I will start swinging at whoops, my targeting thing. At this Jamoke. I get what, 3 attacks now because of the haste?
I legitimately don't know how haste works. I think that's right. Is
So
that
the-
right, Jordan?
So you used
The
an
additional-
action. You used an action to cast a spell, right?
That's is that a full action? I thought it was a bonus
That's
action.
a full action.
No, it's a full action. I'm gonna take 1 attack against
Yeah.
Okay.
this A.
The haphazard Avenger.
Jordan, can you let me cheat? 1 attack against this adventure. Normal swing, 13 to hit. Hits. Oh, well, that's exciting. Damage. Plus a D8. Eric.
You can kill this thing if you roll max. You don't roll max.
Did I kill it?
No,
Oh. Bummer. But it can't regenerate health
that is true.
for 1 round. That's a fun, effective spirit
Yeah,
shroud.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
You destroy most of its mass.
Yes. Also part of the snowstorm forms shards of ice on me to, mess with those.
That's nice.
They're plates of ice because it's needles. And you know what needles don't do so good is hard, flat surfaces.
It's like trying to nail Jello to a wall. This is.
Yes. Pass turn.
Wrath, you die. And you are. The Troublesome Avenger sticks its needle into the top of your skull, pierces through to your brain, and sucks your entire body through the hypodermic.
I died the way I lived. Also, my light's out now.
Inside of a hypodermic needle?
Wrath, was this entire orphan scheme just to fuel your drug addiction? Is that what the barrels in the closet are? Just heroin.
Is that why Goris got into the drug trade? I mean, what? No, he didn't. He's the chosen one. He didn't do that.
Goris, it is the chosen one's turn.
The chosen one is going to twin mind whip against. Well, how hard is this one looking?
There's only a little bit of glob left. He's just about dead. One hit should take him down.
Okay, and how about this one?
That one is mostly coherent.
Okay.
It's maybe half coherent.
Slight order of events change. I am going to quicken Mind Sliver to a bonus action to force the top one to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right.
Snap. Okay, that does nothing, but I will subtract the sorcery points for that.
Great.
And then, as my main action, I will twin Mind Whip against these two here.
Okay.
So they both need to make intelligence saving throws. Bam.
This is on the bottom. This is on the top.
Oof.
These are, unfortunately, as you can tell, reaching out with your psychic abilities, primarily psychic creatures. They exist mostly in the realm of thought.
That makes sense. They don't take half damage, so that's that.
All right.
I will, however, skedaddle
Okay.
over here. Pass turn.
All right, Solir. You hear a sudden sharp scream from downstairs.
I'm going to get off the bed there. Do these creatures seem to notice me?
They do not.
And then I'm going to head downstairs, presumably to Wrath's room, since he's the only one down there.
Okay. You can say you can, because time moves weird in dreams, you can get all the way down there with your regular movement. Have it count just as this one turn.
Okay. And I will draw both swords as I go down the stairs.
Okay. Alright, so you make your way down. Whoop. If you come into Wrath's bedroom, the door of which is open,
Okay.
you'll see there's one of the snake creatures is standing over him. Wrath has been skinned. His skinned body is lying, creating a giant pool of blood on the floor, and the snake creature is inflating itself like a balloon slowly. And for all that it looks like it's about to put on his skin over its inflated body.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm not hallucinating, but I'm going to attack whatever this thing is, because skinning is an aggressive behavior. So
It is a little bit, yes. Alright, can you make me an attack roll at advantage, please?
okay.
You hit. There's a popping sound, like an overly filled balloon, and the creature falls in flakes to the ground. Wrath's skin falling neatly on top of it. Back on the shore, the troublesome Avenger explodes in a cloud of goo. The Sore Avenger, the one with the telescope in its mass, suddenly jitters and looks around wildly. One of you is missing. Why is he not here? Will you do anything else, Solir?
I'm still kind of not sure whether I'm actually seeing these things or not. I'm going to run back upstairs to make sure nobody else is being skinned here.
All right. You will be able to make it back up to the top of the stairs, but won't be able to do anything else this turn.
Okay.
The Haphazard Avenger is going to try to murder Antonin with its last bit of mass. Does a 25 hit?
It does hit, so it'll
Lovely.
take 15 points of frost damage when it hits.
Okay.
But it will hit me.
It does a brave suicide run and rams its mass as it freezes solid, coming through the field of cold, in piercing through the deep into the ice. I don't know if the 7 is not going to actually deal any damage.
Halfway through the ice.
Yes, and then freezes solid and snaps off.
Say it's around 7/15 of the ice, give or take.
Then the floating Avenger is going to do its best to do the same.
Please, I welcome you to try as well. This thing's gonna one-shot me, guys.
14 will not
It
hit.
does not hit.
All right, and because
Correct.
it doesn't deal any damage or doesn't hit, it doesn't take anything, right?
I believe that to be the case.
Okay.
Yes, if it hits me with a melee attack while I have these hit points.
Okay. The Sore Avenger looks back and forth between you all and says, "This matter must escalate. It really would have been better for everyone involved if you had simply submitted to your fate. Thank you for your time, and goodbye." They disappear.
Again, I don't know who you're talking about. I killed so many people.
There's
Well, Chorus, it seems like we're okay.
a business card falls to the ground, fluttering in the storm of ice and wind. There is gold lettering on one side, it is pure black on the other.
Antonin, I apologize. I can't hold this much longer. It's going to be very unpleasant when it drops.
Oh, I understand. Let me let the spirits go before I pass out.
All right.
Whatever
and
it's
then
called disappears.
It's probably seconds left on haste at this point, so it drops and he suffers a turn of it being lethargic and unable to move. So.
Oh yeah, everything I said was like sped up really fast.
There's so many drugs going on right now. Is haste just shooting a dart of cocaine into somebody's neck vein?
Yes.
Lovely.
It is
Might
the
not be
octane
cocaine.
stem.
Could be meth.
You see them all wake up. I mean, aside from... You see that your companions, who are not Tom, wake up. Solir. As they all
And the
disappear.
snake things are gone.
The snake things disappear.
Okay. So if they all seem to be okay, then I'm going to run back downstairs to where Wrath is.
Any injuries that you guys sustained were psychic and do not manifest as actual puncture wounds or poison burns or anything. Despite
right.
them not having been psychic damage when you took them.
So,
Sue, are you
did the
okay?
old man actually die?
What? I'm Tom. I'm Tom.
Oh, yes, Tom.
Yes, I was trying to sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Apologies. Wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yes. So there, you hear movement out the front door.
Out the front door?
Yes.
Well then, I'm going to head toward the front door, I guess.
All right. You go to the front door. You don't hear anything. Actually, can you please give me a perception roll based on hearing?
Did not roll.
not appearing for me yet.
Yeah, there we go.
You hear nothing.
Okay. Well, I thought I had heard something, so I'm going to go open the door and poke my head outside and see what's what.
You open the door and you see about 10 feet away a figure lying prone and very still on the grass.
I guess I will go over to it.
As you start walking toward him, the figure jumps up and starts sprinting away. He trips and falls.
I will draw both swords and pursue.
You quickly catch up to the figure that you quickly realize is Roy.
He's our boy.
He has a club, and he runs at you and tries to swing at you.
It was a bad mistake on his part. I'm going to cleave him in half. The damned fool.
Tender Roy.
He rolls a disadvantage. A 12 does not hit, I assume.
No.
Okay, your turn.
Let's see. So
You have
the
advantage
first
against him.
sword.
Roll, see if you get a... Oh, that's with advantage. Never mind. All right.
That was the first sword.
You skewer right through
Not
him.
sure if we need to say.
You hit him. You murder him. The Roy corpse falls to the ground.
I don't know what he was doing here, but I don't like it, and I wanted to get rid of him anyway. It's a pain in my ass. So I'm going to go back inside to go check on Wrath, since presumably Roy's not going anywhere for the moment.
Right.
You get back in. Goris is shaking Wrath's body like,
Wrath, wake up! Wake up, Wrath! How did you plan that prank again?
Having
Goris, perhaps we should protect him from corvids by covering his face.
Ah, yes, indeed. Very smart.
You are both aware that he has no skin, just in case that wasn't clear.
oh, that was not clear.
Okay, yeah, he has no skin. His skin is
Goris, why are you
on
shaking
the
him?
ground next to him.
Well, I guess
It
Goris
seems
wouldn't
like
do
he
that.
doesn't have any skin.
Yes.
My powers of perception.
Sorry, with my dark vision, it is very hard to see shades of color.
His skin
It's a
does
step.
look generally like, hamburger meat normally. If you're seeing black and white, there's not much of a difference.
Goris, you are the chosen one. Can you
Yes.
reskin him?
I can try.
Not to
I'm
debone.
pretty sure you can only skin somebody one time, but then their skin is gone.
To put the skin back.
To unskin him.
Oh.
To deskin him, if you will. You can make me a medicine check or a nature check if you would like.
Definitely a nature check because I'm worse at those. Yep.
Okay. Okay. You use your psychic powers to try to reattach the skin. It doesn't work.
I don't think this skin will go back
You
on.
do it backward. You really should have, paid a little better attention.
This is very hard in the dark.
The rest of
Why
you
don't you-
need to make me Constitution saving throws not to be sick at this.
We really do hate the guy.
Yeah, but it's just the pure mutilation that Goras does here. It's,
Fine.
Solir, a bit of bile comes up in your mouth. It's just you've rarely seen this little respect paid to the dead, even among the dire cannibals of the West. Like, good grief. Like, somebody really needs to teach this boy a lesson, who is, around the same age as you.
Does anybody know a
And you have no
decent
conscience.
cleric? Goris, I don't think that's going to work.
No, I'm not convinced either at
Oh.
this point.
Wrath was a cleric.
I wonder if Wrath could have fixed this. Wrath, can you bring yourself back to life?
I have heard of this cleric named Passy.
Oh, Lord.
I wonder if Banna has a cleric.
Passy would bring Wrath back to life with his skin on still backwards.
Just poke some eye holes.
That's not really our concern.
Just so you all know, I caught Roy skulking outside. He came at me with a club, and he's dead now.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Why did you kill him?
He tried to hit me with a club,
I wonder if
and
Roy
I
was a
did-
cleric.
and I didn't like him.
That's
And I told him not to. And I told him not to testify against Wrath. So. But he was skulking over by the front door for some reason. I'm wondering if maybe he skinned Wrath.
During this conversation, I will prestidigitate the blood off of my hands that I assume is there.
Okay. You can do that.
Except for this one spot.
Is there any last thing anyone wants to do before we break for the night?
Nah. Just verify that Roy is indeed dead.
He is indeed very dead. You can try to resuscitate him if you want. He's only recently dead, but it really took Goras a long time to do what he did, so
He's
it'll
only
be tough.
mostly dead.
Sure, we'll give it a shot.
To be fair,
I have
Roy has a better
no
chance than
medicinal
Wrath.
knowledge.
All right, give me medicine,
True.
please.
Pop.
Hell yeah.
You'd perform chest compressions and just push so much blood out of his body.
You know what's really good for chest compressions is Eldritch Blast. It actually it's a great injection of force.
Good grief. 2, try to resuscitate the guy checks that both crit. 1.
I'm
just-
glad I picked my -2 as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Well, with that travesty of
So
everything.
who's your next character, Stephanie?
The Return of Worm.
You might as well just
Another
do Worm.
W
I'm going to
character.
call him Worm regardless.
Worm the third.
Wendalorn Worm.
Worm to Lerm.
I think you just need to bring back Duncan.
But with a W, it'll be Wunkin.
I don't know. It's W Duncan.
W Duncan.
W apostrophe Duncan.
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 My father was an elf, my mother was an onomatopoeia.
Wood dunk.
A barbarian, clearly. Alright, on that note, we're going to break for tonight. See you